Hello guys, this video is taken to show you some skills about how to use SAP, and I'm going to show you by using the example of a truss, which is shown in this picture. Actually, operating SAP is more or less the same as operating ETFs. There is only a little difference. So the first thing you have to do after opening the SAP is to go to the bottom right corner to change the unit, and I'm going to change it into kilonewton per meter. And after that, go to File and add New Model. So in this example, I'm going to draw the truss, but in fact I don't have to draw it line by line because you could do it in this way, but I'll choose the more convenient way. As you can see here, there is already the sample of truss in both 2D and 3D, and I'll use 2D in this demonstration. Number of division is 6, and the height and the division length of both maybe 4. And you don't have to change anything else because they're all by default. And now you can see the truss is formed on the screen, and I will change the elevations first. I'll change it into XZ plan, both of them, so two identical windows are now shown. And you can see in the bottom part there are supports, and one is roller and the other one is hinge support, but I want one more support in the middle part. So I select this point and go to assign and go to join and restraint, and again we have fixed and hinge support and roller support here as well, but I need a hinge support. So a hinge support is formed here already. And now we can go to define, and to define the material first. This time we want to have steel, so we go to add new materials. The materials type can be concrete, can be aluminum, and I will select steel here and name it steel as well. Unit is kilonewton per meter. Actually, you can change any information here you like, but I'm not going to change anything here. And you can also change the color, and I'll choose green. And the material steel is formed here. And after that, go to define again and select the section properties and the frame section, and then you can import a new property and select channel, and then you go to the folder of computers and structure. Folders of computers and structure, and select AIXC.pro, and you'll find a number of section types of channel, and you can choose any one you think is suitable, and I'm going to choose the one of C10x20. And the material is steel for sure, and you don't have to change any information. And to move on, you can select all the lines here except the two horizontal lines, and I select them all, except the two horizontal lines on top and on the bottom. Then go to Assign and Frame sections, and select the one that I've just imported, which is C10x20, and OK. And so now you can see all these lines that I've just selected has all become the C10x20 channel. And to move on, I can now do something about load. And go to Define first and select the load pattern. And the dead load is already here, and I need to add a live load as well. And name LL, and the type is live, and add it. And then I go to Define again and select the load combinations and add new combination. And the first load we need to add is dead load and then the live load. And we can change the name into maybe Trust. And since there is only a dead load and a live load, so one combination is enough. Now we can assign the load, and I select the first point and go to Assign, and then Joint Load, and then False. And this is a dead load. The load is on Z axis, and it's 5 kilonewton. But since it is pointing downward, so I have to add a negative sign, and OK. And you can see the load is formed here and it's pointing downward. Then select the second point, repeat the steps again, go to Assign, and that load again is -5 also, and the two identical loads have now formed in these 2 points. And the final load is here, and I select it and go to Assign again. This time it is a live load and it's 8 kilonewton, but it's pointing outwards, so it's positive sign, yes. And now all the loads has been assigned. Let's start to analyze it, but before that we have to go to Analyze and select Set Analyze options. After that, select the Space, Truss, and untick the UI option and press OK. I actually forgot to do this step here, sorry about that. And now go to Analyze, Set Load Cases, and we have dead load, live load, and the model, but we don't need the model one, so we can just select it and click Do Not Run and click Run Now, but before that save it first. And after running the analyze, the deformed shape is made like this, and we can start the animation to see what would happen. And furthermore, go to options, select window to add one more window, which means 3, and change the elevations into XC plan first. And for this window, can go to display and show force, frame and cable, and the combination's name is truss. For this one, we can select the shear force 2 first, and actually you can choose to show the values only in here, and for another window you can choose the moment 3, which is showing the bending moment diagram, and again you can show the data only. And lastly, you can go to display, show table, and select the right items to show the end data that you want to know, and you can copy the table into Excel again.